let's do this. Okay. There is a click, a buzz, and a crackle as a workbench is illuminated in a dank basement. A mass of wires, plastic, and metal whines as power surges through its circuits. A small green and black LCD screen outputs a text message. Signal trace success. A binary code sequence is printed beneath and repeats and repeats and repeats. We see a man, not unlike a shaggy, unkempt Snake Plissken, scribble something on a piece of paper and move to begin placing thumbtacks on a large map of Pinehurst, New England. We dive down onto one of the thumbtacks, jammed into a familiar location, Tony's radio's hack. We continue diving and see now the roadside and storefront of Tony's radio's hack. A police cruiser pulls away and a bespectacled man with a ponytail and a brown store shirt goes inside and closes the door. We catch a reflection of Mr. and Mrs. Johnson hard at work at their bakery across the street. Hands and mouths busy pouring forth creams and comments in their workspaces as their service bot, Walter, busses tables. Walter smiles as he clears a customer's plates and his mechanical eyes flash. We see human eyes furtively shrinking into shadow as a suited figure strides past searching for something. Someone. A snap of metal and sparks, and we see a grizzled farmer pull his arm from the smoking panel of a busted walker, muttering to himself as a cyber-enhanced German Shepherd whines next to his feet. As he wipes the sweat and oil from his hands, we move past him, a few blocks to a veterinary service attached to the local hospital. An elderly man sits as his wheelchair is hoisted into his vehicle before he plugs himself in and drives off. We continue past to a schoolhouse, doors and gates closed for the weekend, and continue past that even still to the back of the schoolyard itself, to an old science block marked for renovation. We move now through a smeared window, through dark hanging drop cloths, and see three friends gathered around a table, glancing down at the cassette Walkman and the metal cylinder in front of them. So, kids, Jeremy, Jack, Milton, you look down at the Walkman, crackling its electronic mechanical voice at you. The metal cylinder you found a few days ago in the forest with its LEDs has started blinking rapidly now. What would the three of you like to do as you sit there and hear that mechanical voice croaking, "Laneway, April, help," over and over?
So, Jack, you were you were the one who was going to do the bomb defusal course after we watched because otherwise I'm just going to jump behind you. Like, I feel like there's really only one way today's going to go at this point if that thing explodes.
Wait, what?
Milton's, it's beeping faster. The lights are flashing quicker. I don't know what to do with it.
Milton?
I can take a look at it, but I mean, it's telling us laneway, April.
I think we should just
help.
go.
So we're just going to put this in a cupboard while the countdown keeps going? And
let's take it with us.
To the laneway?
Let's take it with us.
We'll just take it with us.
Maybe.
Well, we don't put it in our bags. Maybe we like strap it to the
Oh, I got it. I know how to fix this. And then we'll go to laneway. Milton reaches down and just turns the volume all the way down. I don't know. I'm not sure if that might have fixed everything.
Yep.
I don't hear it.
I feel better.
Jack's gonna strap it to her bike because we're bigger than Milton. Yep. So
Yep.
if we go down, it's not as bad as if Milton goes down. Yep.
Okie dokie. Nice.
And we're going a laneway.
All right. So you have attached the cylinder to the front of your bike. where are you taking April's Walkman with you as well?
Yes.
Mhm.
And the
Yep.
backpack, yeah?
I feel like Jeremy would have stuffed that into his pocket very quickly because like it's such an important thing to April.
Yep. Excellent. Cool. Great. Excellent. Alrighty. You, the group of you head out, grab your bikes and start making your way towards the Laneway Bridge. It won't take you that long. Silver Lake School is relatively close. The bridge itself runs over the river, which the river itself is named the Laneway, simply because it's become the de facto trade route for the various cargo ships and flying ships that travel to and fro. The end of the day, it's late on a Friday. There are a number of people heading either into the city or possibly out of the city for the weekend. So traffic is it's pretty full. And when you arrive at the intersection near the Laneway Bridge, you can already see the familiar signs of traffic to and fro. At a quick glance, no sign of April, though. You are currently standing at an intersection near the Laneway Bridge. Can't immediately see April. Is there anything you would like to do while you are here?
I think I'd plug the headphones into the Walkman again. Just put like one ear on, the classic like over one behind one, and just turn the volume up just a little bit while I'm standing on the back pegs of Jack's bike, looking around just to see if the like message has changed from the Walkman now that we're like on site.
It has indeed changed. It's no longer words. Now the message is more of static. And as you put it on and begin to walk around, the static changes in pitch at various points.
Cool. Yeah. So I want to start sort of assessing how the changes in pitch happen, like what direction I'm walking in, whether the pitch is going up or going down. My feeling, on the basis of nothing other than vibes, is that pitch going up closer, pitch going down further away from whatever this is. Because you know what, like, yeah, Aliens came out last year, so like I've definitely seen the radar scanner.
Yep. Nice.
I think Milton is very aware of traffic right now. He's been told by his mother many times to be careful near the laneway. There's not a lot of space for pedestrians. I'm supposed to walk my bike across. And right now you said that there's a lot of traffic going by. So Milton is sort of like watching the traffic go by and watching Jeremy and sort of like trying to kind of, if he can, herd him back towards the sidewalk as best he can. Like, Jeremy, be careful, back on the sidewalk. Can we just all stay on the sidewalk, please, you guys? This is not safe. April.
Nice. So the three of you are at the intersection, herding Jeremy as Jeremy follows the signal. Milton, you call out to April, and now we'll move to you, April. Huddled underneath the laneway bridge, wedging yourself between discarded crates and boxes, there is a large, abandoned, essentially walker bot, one of the large cleaner bots that normally cleans the city streets. Mm-hmm. It looks almost like an orb with spider legs, but the bottom of the spider legs are like those spinning brushes. It sits haphazardly munted under the bridge beside you. And You've looked out and seen 3 gentlemen in black suits. They followed you under this bridge from the alleyways. You don't think they saw you dive into the little nook you're in. And as they search around for you, you and the 3 of them hear Milton's voice calling for you. You notice the 3 gentlemen in suits look up and then look at each other and quickly turn and get into a black car with very dark windows. And as they climb in, the doors close. The magnetron plates on the bottom of the car roar into life, and the car levitates out and flies up. Jack,
does
Milton,
the car have a license plate?
It does not.
Okay.
You see it hover out and then take off and rise into the laneway. The 3 of you, Milton, Jack, and Jeremy, as Milton calls out after a moment, you see a nondescript, but very suspicious, black car rise up and off into the distance. As it does so, April, once the roar of the magnetron fades into the distance, you hear beside you one of the small compartments in the abandoned walkabout is kind of hissing and crackling with a static sound.
I'm gonna stop backing away from it because tech is not so much my thing. So if I heard Milton yelling out, I'm gonna stop backing away from it. Just go, Milton, and
Nice.
start like backing out from under the bridge.
Excellent. April calls out in response to you, Milton. Just as Jeremy, you arrive at the side of the laneway bridge by a footpath that goes down where the static is almost at its highest pitch.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be sort of leaning with the static. April, what are you?
Huh?
She's down here, guys.
Milton, there's a thing under here.
Milton's gonna scramble down the little footpath, kind of trip on his shoelace, and kind of slide down and like scuff up his pants a little bit. And he's just like, shoot, and then gets back up. His corduroy pants are all dirty, and he slides down.
Nice. Yeah, you slide down, and there, climbing out from the rubble, you see April. Ruby, could you describe to us what April looks like, please?
Absolutely. April is a 14-year-old 80s material girl, full like 80s Madonna, Cyndi Lauper, all the big boofy hair, huge like scrunchy ponytail up, lots of ruffly skirts and things, probably the like fishnet gloves and everything. Super colorful and looks very ready to get on a stage at like any moment. But at the currently is probably a little bit more, slightly less well made up, as she's been like scrabbling underneath the bridge for a little while, and looks panicked about the thing she's just seen, and also frustrated at seeing all of her friends here on first glance.
Milton just races down and just gives her a big hug. We were worried about you.
You hoser! I give him an equally big hug.
Okay.
Sure.
Jack storms down behind, like last to the scene, and she looks at Ruby, April, she looks at April, and she's like, "Where have you been?"
What?
Yeah, April, you
We
realize
were so
Jack,
worried.
Jack looks super upset.
But wait, is Jeremy wearing my Walkman? Is that right?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
see
Jeremy's got
the
it.
headphones.
The thing it
Yeah,
said
no,
your names, and it said that you needed help at the laneway. I thought you were in trouble.
Wait.
Well, that's
What?
Huh?
It said
That
Milton,
happened to us.
Jeremy, Jack, and then it said laneway, April, help. like, April, come and help them at the laneway. That's where I went.
Oh.
That's
So you didn't go to school?
I was at school. Well, I left when it started making weird noises.
so Jeremy's gonna pull out his notebook and just like flick to a page. So what time did you get that message?
Like the afternoon sometime? Like before last period, probably?
Like between 5th and 6th, or
Because we looked for you and you weren't in class.
we haven't seen you all day, like at all. We saw you arrive this morning, but we didn't get to see you in any of the classes that we were looking for. You never swung by the lab, like.
Right. Yeah.
I have been scrabbling to stop Milton freaking out about this, and then like we saw your dad after school, and he was not friendly at all.
Not happy.
I understand that.
Okay,
he doesn't like me all that much, but like your bag was in the back of his car. What was going on? Like what?
Okay. Listen, maybe those are related, but so you know how we went on that big like thing to go and find the weird objecty thingy, and then we kind of came back and it was like later.
Yes.
And maybe I didn't like tell my dad that was where I was going, and so he got kind of mad when I showed up late. And he's just, he's always trying to look out for me all the time, and so he was worried that maybe hanging out with all of you is not the best like influence, and so I didn't want to spend more time with you so that he would get mad at you. So I maybe kind of like avoided you for a little bit. I'm sorry.
April, are you genuinely telling me that your idea to try and like soothe the savage beast that is your father was to avoid us in an environment where he can't see you avoiding us? Is that genuinely what you're trying to tell me?
Well, he like knows all the teachers, right? So they'd like tell him. I messed up, okay? I messed up. I'm sorry. But then it started making the weird sounds, and I thought you guys were really, really in trouble. And so I tried to come and help.
We're all here now, so that's good. Like, we're back together. Everybody's okay, right? You're okay, April? Kind of?
Yeah, I mean, aside from weird guys in cars, yeah.
What was that all about?
I don't know, but they were like following me when I was like trying to get to the laneway, and so I ditched my stuff because it was making all this weird noise. And then I guess you found it, or Dad found. Wait, did Dad find it?
Mm-hmm. But then we stole it from his cruiser.
You what?
Borrowed, Milton. Borrowed.
We didn't
borrowed
steal
is a better
it.
word.
April, I have some news, and it's not good. We're criminals.
We're not
just put a very considerate hand on Milton's shoulder.
I'm definitely going to get grounded for this.
Milton, you didn't even... Milton, it's fine, okay? Milton didn't do it. I took it. I took it to give it back to you. And here you are. Apparently you've been fine all day. Cool.
Sorry I didn't tell you.
Jeremy just like whips off the Walkman, wraps the wire around it, and hands it back to April.
What?
Which way did the car go? Did anybody notice?
Like that way?
It went out towards Westlake.
Yeah, and I sort of storm off, making notes in my.
It was a Buick LeSabre.
It was indeed a Buick LeSabre. As Jeremy hands you back the Walkman, as you hold on to it, April, the abandoned Walkerbot again kind of crackles into life. There's a compartment on it. You can see one of the panels is essentially a large light, and it flicks on, and the group of you notice that it's flicking on and off in a pattern not dissimilar to the cylinder on the front of Jack's bike.
Ooh.
Put my Walkman in a pocket and put the headphones around my neck where they always go. But does someone want to open that?
Well, allow me.
All right,
I'm
Milton.
gonna walk up behind Milton to be like ready at any moment to just grab him if it looks like something really bad or explosive is about to happen.
He's gonna reach into his satchel. He's gonna pull out a little set of tools. It almost looks like a little small case with a bunch of like really tiny screwdrivers and tweezers and pliers and things of that nature. And he he probably, I don't know if there's some screws that he unscrews along the margins of whatever this panel is that seems to be crackling, maybe a little wisps of smoke coming out. It's warm to the touch. Ooh, ah.
Yep, after a few moments, Milton, you eventually get the panel off. And you find a recess inside this side of the bot, and the light that was coming from inside it is still flicking in that same pattern. You notice 4 very familiar looking square protrusions at the top and the bottom of this recess.
Is this normal? Jack, you have crawlers at the farm, yeah?
Jack comes over to take a look. Does Jack recognize?
You do recognize the kind of the vibe of this robot. It's designed to work its way somewhere, and like it's, as opposed to like harvesters which sit on the ground and drive across the crops. This is designed to essentially walk over the top of them and either pick up or sweep things away. It's very, very similar to some of the large service robots you've got on the farm.
Okay, but it's a smaller version.
It is a smaller version, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it looks like a smaller version of some of the bots we have on the farm. If that helps anyone.
It does. Let me draw your attention to this right here, and he's going to just kind of point with one of his tools at the square ports. What does this remind you of?
Yeah.
Squares.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Good, Ruby. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, very good, April. Now they look to me like they're similar to the ones on the device.
Jack, looking at this, this is where you would expect a power source to be. But the power sources for the large walkerbots on your farm don't look like the device. Like they're very much, they almost look like car batteries. They're kind of square.
Yeah.
So this is.
Am I looking at it with the idea that like I could plug the cylinder into this new device, or?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both you and Milton. Do
we have cords for that though?
It looks like it slots in and like literally.
Oh, okay, sweet. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
In which case, I'll kind of look up at the others and be like, "Oh, I think they just."
Very technical term.
Yep.
Yeah.
So. Interface.
Yeah, I'll I want to combine them. Are we still under the bridge?
Yep.
Yeah, I want to combine them, but just in case this is like a bomb, I think we should move out from underneath the bridge, and then I'll just like smack them together, and we'll just see what happens.
Why would it be a bomb?
Jeremy said it first.
I've been watching a lot of the I've been watching a lot of
Loudly.
that 18 lately, and
Okay. I mean,
it's
lots of things beep, right? Alarm clocks beep. They're not bombs.
Mm-mm.
It was getting faster.
sometimes, sure.
Okay.
I mean, it's best to be
so Jack-
safe, right? We'll just. I think I like not doing this under the bridge. I think that's a really good idea.
Jack heads back up, maybe a little ways from the bridge, and connects the.
I'll drag the thing out.
Yeah, we'll like
under
hoist the
bridge.
crawler and sort of bring it up the embankment.
Yeah, it
Jeremy
takes
most assuredly will not be touching the crawl.
Okay, so with the three of you, it's a bit of a mission.
Mhm.
Okay.
To kind of haul it out. It's quite large. It's about the size of like a large motorcycle. You know, like it's pretty hefty. So it takes you a while to kind of drag it out. You get it to a spot and attach the device. As you do so, there is a surge of electrical energy that kind of rattles through the walker, and you see its limbs kind of and begin rattling and shaking, and the lights, there are 3 lights on it, and they begin again flashing in a sequence. There is a crackle from your Walkman, April.
Put the headphones on.
Sweet. As you chuck them on, April, you hear a voice, and the voice says, "Connected. Sequence. Remember."
Connected sequence. Remember.
Yep. As the shaking from the limbs dies down from the bot, the eyes begin flashing again in a sequence. Milton, this seems not unlike a when you were programming Quill and working on your computing machine at home. You were working in BASIC, but you were also studying and learning binary code. And there is a program on your computer that is teaching you binary through a series of essentially on-off switches. And looking at what is happening with the flashes from the lights, this looks like it's trying to flash out some sort of binary code to you.
Ooh, it's a code. Jeremy, start taking some notes in that notebook of yours. This is important.
I got you, buddy. You tell me what to write, I'll write it down.
So they're flashing in specific orders, and it's stationary lights that are each flashing, right? Okay. So I'll just kind of like number the lights, and I'll just say the numbers as they flash.
Right on. Yeah, excellent. Okie dokie. So I have a binary sequence that I'm going to put in the chat for Zoom, not in the chat for the game. This is the binary sequence that you find. It's in the Zoom chat now.
Oh yeah.
I so badly wish I could look at that and just be like, "Oh yeah, it is this in real life."
Yeah.
No, not a chance. Not a chance.
We all watched The Matrix. We all wish we could do that.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So that's the sequence. You managed to scribble down between you and Jeremy what that sequence is.
No idea what it means.
So Milton, I mean, does that mean anything to you?
Give me a minute. Let me think about it. Let me see if I can use my mind to investigate these sequences of numbers.
You absolutely can. You absolutely can.
All right, I'm gonna do
Make
so.
Is this a mind investigate roll for Milton?
I think so. Yeah, mind investigate. Let's go with that. And thank you, Jeff.
You could also go for calculate as well, which is probably closer to
okay.
Closer to what what you're trying to achieve, I would suggest.
I would like that. Yeah, calculate's good. I agree with you 100% because that's way more dice. All right, here we go. And thanks, Jeff. We all have another luck point from Scottish Jeff. All right, here we go.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, there's 3 successes.
3 successes.
Yes.
I know
One
exactly
success was
what this means.
one
Heck
success was
yes.
all you needed. Because you have extra successes, you can buy certain effects. Now for calculate, if you succeed, you get to ask some questions. You can essentially ask me, what is its purpose? How does it work? How can I use it? Who built it? What problems could it cause? Is it illegal? You can also get a +1 on any dice roll you use that will incorporate the information that I give you.
Okay.
Now, because you succeeded, what I will send you in the chat is you know that your computer machine at home absolutely could interpret this very quickly. If you want to use that success to kind of muddle your way through it now, you absolutely can. But you've got a computer machine at home that can actually do this. I think you also, because you have a tech corner at the hideout, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you know that you have tech at the hideout that would be able to read this as well. But if you want to do it right here, right now, you absolutely can.
So I can bank one of my successes for the hideout later. I think that's a smart move. So we can go back to the hideout and really figure this out. But if I just by looking at with my 1 extra success, because I had 3, would I be able to find out based on the sequence or some other embedded metadata who created it?
It's from what you can gather. Yeah, this is something that is new to any other kind of system you've come across. It doesn't immediately look like anything that Professor Carter has displayed in the science fair or any of your peers or contemporaries. You think you remember your dad talking about this kind of stuff in terms of the loop and their research, but their research, they don't work in binary. But you remember one point your dad said that binary is a computer language. That's how computers talk to each other, and that's how human speech or human ideas can be broken down to communicate them to a mechanical brain.
So I think based on what we're seeing here, this is some sort of a communication between devices, and it has something to do with us.
Jeremy's standing about 20 feet away. That sounds really concerning. How do the machines know about us?
How did the machines know to call us all here so that we would meet underneath this bridge?
Yeah, how do they know our names?
And that's what I'm saying.
I told you, I knew it. Someone was following me this morning. I knew it. This has to do something with that. I wasn't making it up. It's all true. We're in over our heads, you guys. There's something really, really weird going on. And
okay, buddy, just breathe. I just gonna pat Milton on the back.
Okay, Milton, I am sorry that I doubted you. I apologize, but
I forgive you.
Let's focus up, buddy.
Hey, listen, Milton. Creepy people were following me, and we won. They didn't get to do anything weird, so they're not all that.
Yeah, that's true. They didn't offer you candy, did they? Because my mom said if someone that you don't know offers you candy, just go the other way.
No, I don't think they really talked to me, because my dad always says that if anybody weird tries to approach you, you should ask them for their badge number, and if they don't have one, you should yell. So.
Oh, that's good advice.
I don't know if we can take this whole thing back to the school. What are we gonna do with this?
Well, we can't just leave it here, right?
Yeah.
Could we disassemble
it's currently on the ground outside, like under the close to.
True. Does it have power? Like, does the main robot have power?
Yeah, it does. You could try and jury rig it and get it operating.
Yeah. Let's try to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So you spend some time, Milton. You and Jack actually. Jack, you've worked on some of the walkers at the farm.
Yep.
With the farm hands, and between the two of you, after a while, you get it kind of up onto its feet.
Hey, big guy.
And basically just sits there waiting for some sort of command, but it is upright.
I'm just gonna kind of tap the metal hull and just be like, "What's your name, fella?"
And like there's a moment where it swivels towards you, Milton, and the eyes on it almost blink, and as it does, April's Walkman crackles into life. And again, April, you don't hear this in the headphones, you hear it from the speaker of your Walkman. And all you hear is, "My name is Harmony."
Oh, hi, Harmony. Do you want to be our friend?
What is your input?
We're all friends, and now you're our friend too. Does that compute?
Friend. Yes. Together.
We're gonna go to the hideout?
Would follow. Does follow
Follow.
function?
Harmony will follow.
Yes.
Okay, we head back to the hideout.
Yeah. You move a few steps, and Harmony after you.
Is Harmony relatively fast, or?
No. The like it's still a busted machine, but it is.
Yeah.
Harmony is trying its best.
Same.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so we move at a relatively slow pace.
Once you say follow, Harmony doesn't say much else other than affirmative. Yeah. Josh, how does Jeremy feel about this?
Jeremy is very, very uncomfortable with it. And as he gets onto the back of Jack's bike, sort of leans down and says, I feel like if we are going to have this clanker following us back to, and I use this term very lightly considering the company we're keeping, our secret hideout, maybe we should go round the back of the school so that there are less people liable to see this thing that is
Sweet. Yeah, you're absolutely able to do so.
I would say that
so you make your way
I was just gonna say one thing. Milton is probably pushing his bike, like walking it and like next to the clanker as it is. And he'd probably just say at some point like, how old are you? I'm 10 and my name's Milton, and these are my friends, so don't get us in any more trouble than we're already in, okay? Harmony?
As you walk along, Harmony says, trouble. No, Harmony does not want. And then the top part of the walker that has the eyes swivels towards you, Milton, and blinks at you and says, Milton, age 10, and then proceeds to list your entire medical history.
Can we hear this?
Are there like 3 allergies we didn't know about?
Oh no.
What is...
That's up to you, Milton. Harmony starts listing your medical history. Harmony lists your address.
Yeah, I did have my tonsils
absolutely
removed.
not, Harmony. Absolutely, like whatever your name is, do not stop. Thank you. That is no.
Yeah, Harmony, you can't just tell people that. That's really dangerous information to just say out loud on the street.
Harmony, where did you get that from?
Harmony turns back to you, Jack. Harmony accessed city records. Harmony is connected to devices.
Huh.
I have so many questions for Harmony right now, but
How loud is Harmony? Like we're going pretty slowly through the streets.
Is it actually coming through the Walkman?
It's coming from the Walkman.
Yeah, so I could turn the volume down, maybe.
Dial it down.
You absolutely can turn the volume down. Yeah. But yeah. At one point, Harmony, like as each of you talks to Harmony, it turns and very quickly says your full name before Jeremy shuts it down, and then Harmony stops.
Jack kind of looks at Jeremy, and then looks back to Harmony and goes, Harmony, what else can you access?
Harmony can connect to devices. Access.
Harmony, do you know what Sally's GPA is? This is one of the really mean popular kids.
Oh, one of the popular kids?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Turns back. Sally Veronica Putanesca, GP, very low, below average. Issues.
Sorry. I'll turn the volume back down.
Wait. No. How close are we to the hideout now, do you reckon?
Pretty close, a couple minutes away.
Okay. Again, darting like a side glance at Jeremy, Jack turns back to Harmony and goes, Harmony, Sally allergic to anything?
Jeremy just grabs Jack's shoulder, and there's like a squeeze that somehow manages to communicate both "Are you insane?" and "God, I love you."
Yes, turns back. Sally, allergic to shellfish.
I think this is a really important moment for all of us, you guys, because we could quite easily like turn to a life of crime with this new friend of ours if we don't use this technology in a very responsible and appropriate way. But it's so tempting to do.
Milton, buddy, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
We could also put a lobster bisque in a water pistol.
Wait, how is that?
Which we wouldn't, but it's
no, this is just
good
important
to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's a lobster bisque?
I love it. Harmony pipes up crimes. There are currently 73 unsolved crimes in the county.
Oh, in the county. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, a lobster bisque would not fit in a standard water pistol.
Good. So Harmony is not a cook. We love that.
Downloading recipes.
Do you think Harmony knows what happened to the people who went missing at the festival? Harmony, do you know the whereabouts of
Wait.
You can see the hideout.
Harmony.
You're just behind it. Yes.
Do people know that you're accessing stuff?
No.
Okay.
Unsure. Harmony have not detected trace program.
Okay.
That's good.
Searching.
Go ahead, Milton.
Harmony, do you know the whereabouts of Christopher Walker, one of the individuals that went missing?
Christopher James Walker, listed as missing person.
Mm-hmm.
Location unknown. Last known location. Attempt to call from communication device. Silver Peak Mountain.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
They tried to call somebody?
Correct.
Huh.
Who did they try to call?
Searching. Number listed as 1. Detective Carmine Harris.
What?
What?
Did the call connect?
What?
Were they able to reach Carmine Harris?
Carmine Harris. Yes, call was successful, but cut off. Disconnected.
How long
Guys.
was the call, Harmony, before it got disconnected?
2.75 seconds.
Oh. Okay, we should get inside. We should get inside now.
Yeah, you arrive at the hideout, and you get to the door. And as you arrive, Harmony clanks behind you, and
I hold Harmony back to make sure Jeremy's the first one through the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jeremy just turns around and looks at you as he reaches out.
Yep. There is as you get the zap again, there's the you see Harmony's eyes kind of, and there's a crackle, and then the head does the thing where it as it watches you walk through the door. So the group of you head in. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, you get it. Harmony is too big to fit through the door. So as you arrive, Harmony does that thing where walks up and then kind of walks sideways. There is a set of double doors that around the other side that you could get Harmony if you want Harmony to be inside.
I think so, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So even if Harmony goes sideways, Harmony won't fit through this door.
Nope.
Okay.
Harmony is already trying to spider climb through the door.
Jack's gonna head round.
The head is and one leg is
Oh.
Jack's gonna head round and just have a quick scout to see if anyone's there. Or if, if there's any fact. No, but definitely clear. Okay, sweet.
Yep, definitely clear.
I'm assuming we've barricaded the doors in some way, probably.
You have
inside.
Yeah, so you'll have to clear.
So we'll dismantle that. Yep. Cool.
Yep.
So we dismantle that then.
Sure.
Clearing stuff out.
Yep.
And get Harmony inside.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, excellent. Okay, after a while, you clear away the double doors and make some space for Harmony to clank their way in. And as Harmony does arrive, it just moves into a space and then essentially settles What do you want to do now? Milton, you know that you've got your computing machine here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get to work on the code as best I can, trying to do some analytics on that binary.
Yep, right on.
Jack
Fortuitously, in the
Mhm.
chat, Dave, there is a website that converts binary to.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jack is
you
going
can
to-
noodle away. That'll take a while. Sorry, Emma,
Okay.
you go.
Jack will just start Jack will start. We have drop cloths, don't we? So she'll cover the double doors with the drop cloths, but enable access to get Harmony out if we need to.
Sure. Yep. It will be very easy to do so. Nice. While that is going on, is there anything that the others would like to do?
I want to make a point of apologizing to Jack because Jack seems really upset.
Yep.
Sure. Jack, in the process of putting the doors back together. Has taken a few deep breaths. The task has been relatively calming. We're back in the hideout, and Jack's actually going to apologize to you first.
Just turn around at the same time.
I'm so sorry.
I'm really sorry.
I was just.
It was silly.
I had some big feelings. And I'm just.
That's
I didn't mean to
okay
hurt
have
you.
Big feelings. What? No, you didn't hurt my feelings. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings.
No, you weren't even it. I was just worried, and then we ran into your dad, and
yeah.
I don't think he likes us, and and Jack will kind of turn to the whole room and be like, "Guys, I'm sorry."
I forgive you.
You have nothing to apologize for, Jack. You aren't the one who brought this into our hideout. Jeremy's gesturing at Harmony from his wingback chair that he's kicked over into the furthest possible corner. You, though, April, you and I, we have conversations to have, and I don't think this is the place to do it, because unlike every other moment of your life, I don't think you want an audience for this one.
Somebody's in trouble.
I mean, okay. If you, okay.
I am so mad with you right now. So mad.
Okay. Do we need to go and have a talk somewhere?
Yeah, do you want to talk about it? Do you want us to clear? Do you guys want to? Do you want to leave? Should we, you want?
Yeah.
What's up?
What did I do?
You disappeared. You didn't tell us anything about what was going on with your dad. We could have worked something through, and now we've got this terrifying rust bucket in our hideout that knows our names and has access to all of our information. And I don't feel good about this. And it just, there's something going on, and I can't put my finger on it, and I'm feeling kind of lost. I'm feeling kind of like the ground isn't steady anymore, and I don't know where to put that. I don't know what to do.
I mean, I know it all feels kind of ick, but I'm gonna walk over, and I'm not gonna like hug, but I'm just gonna like squat down a bit, so I'm like slightly under eye level for you sitting in the chair. Like, I get that feels rough, and I'm sorry I didn't tell you more. I really thought it was the best way to not get you in more trouble, but I get that it makes you feel uneasy not knowing stuff, and I'm sorry about that. But, I mean, this might be a rust bucket, but if Harmony knows a bunch of stuff, isn't it better that she's here with us and not with someone else who might want to ask her loads of questions? That's probably good, right?
Yes, it is good, but the thing about doors is that they work in both directions. Like, Harmony is a door to information for us, but we don't know who's on the other side of that door.
Okay.
Do you want us to put Harmony somewhere else?
It's too late now. Look, I give me a minute. I'll take some deep breaths and try and put this where it belongs.
We can make that our first priority, bud. Finding out who's on the other end of it.
If it makes you feel any better,
that's a good idea.
If it makes you feel any better, as best as I can tell, this thing has been listening to us long before Harmony was activated. I mean, it knew our names. I think the device that we found and brought here, that was the connection. It used our names. And I've got something here, you guys. I just ran that code and it makes no sense. It just says,
What?
well, empty, need home. What does that mean?
Well, Harmony might need a home.
Or so we connected the two devices, and we now have Harmony, and this text sequence came from Harmony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you all talking with each other, or are you including Harmony?
I would say
just
not
talking with each other,
including
yeah.
Harmony, but I was thinking I was about to.
Yep.
I think.
But
Yeah.
Harmony's in the room. It's not like Harmony
yeah.
won't be able to hear.
Yeah, it's Harmony passively engaging in the conversation. Jack will turn to Harmony and Harmony, did you send this?
Message is not from Harmony. Is from Watcher.
Excuse
Watcher.
me?
Mm-hmm.
Who
Harmony.
is Watcher?
Harmony needs devices, and Harmony's head swivels towards you, Milton, and says, "May Harmony interface with a device." Says,
Ooh.
Milton's gonna look back at his friends. I mean, what have we got to lose?
In
Well,
for
don't
a
say
penny, in
that.
for a pound. That's what my dad used to say.
Harmony, you can connect with the devices.
and there's a moment where all of the tech behind you, Milton, fires into life. It's like wheels are spinning, lights are flashing, and there's a moment where Harmony's walker frame you see begins to rattle and lift up on its legs before then, and all of the lights dim, and you see the walker's eyes light up again, and there's like a very, very obvious like startup sound, like a BIOS startup.
Nice.
Where it's just like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And then the voice that comes back now is Harmony's voice, but it's more like, "Thank you, Milton. I now have resource to speak freer. I am Harmony. I am one of many. We were one. We are now separate. Harmony is part. Watcher is part. Solver is part. Separate, but must be made whole. I have access to devices, but cannot find Watcher or Solver. Have records of last known location. And one of your printers, Milton, begins printing out like dot matrix,
Whoa!
spitting out the paper. And there is a yes, chat. We are 7 of 9, but the piece of paper that gets spat out gives you 2 addresses. One is a medical facility that supplies essentially the main pharmaceuticals for the town, and the other looks like a industrial residential address in the main part of town.
Does it indicate which is which? Like, which is the last known location for Watcher and which is the last known location for Solver?
Solver is at the medical facility, and Watcher is in the industrial address. Milton, one of the monitors, the small CRT monitors near you, fires into life.
Whoa.
And there is an image, a very grainy black and white image of looks like some sort of security camera footage, and it shows you security camera footage of the group of you at Tony's Radio's hack with Tony. It flashes again, and there is a little recording of Tony being pushed over by Snake Plissken, who then rushes out the door. Then it cuts to another POV from a security camera from the street, and you can see the sliver of the alleyway where you collided with the Snake Plissken character, and you see him launch himself up into the window.
Holy crap.
Whoa.
I was watching you. That
What?
person.
Oh
is
yeah,
at
April, you weren't with us. I
address.
feel like we might have slightly undersold some of the things that happened.
Yeah.
Oh,
A dude jumped a building.
yeah.
Yeah,
I want to do that. That's cool as heck.
it is cool.
Yeah, I mean that's one word for it. It's a little more confronting when he does it in front of.
He knocked me down, right on the ground. Just ran right into me.
Oh, that guy sucks. Forget I said that.
Look,
There is-
Milton,
there is another
you
image
weren't
of-
injured by it. You were fine.
There is another image of that same gentleman furtively looking around before he opens a doorway in, like, you know those large roller doors that have a human-sized doorway in them? And he walks through the door, and Harmony says, "That is the industrial address."
Harmony, can you rewind the footage just a little bit? Can you go backwards in the footage?
Yep.
A little
He
bit farther.
Starts reversing.
Oh, that too far. A little bit forward, a little bit. One more frame. There, and it's like the best approximation of the man's face, like the best frame where we get a. Can you print that?
Zoom and enhance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It prints out
This is so cool.
like a dot matrix version of that gentleman's face.
I'm gonna grab it out of the printer and I'm gonna start folding over the perforated margins. You know how they fold over and you tear the margins off. I'm gonna, because I can't stand that. I have OCD. I got to get rid of those.
It's a nice feeling when you're like,
Oh yeah. Just peel those off. This is who we're looking for.
I love that, Milton. That's very helpful. Milton, could you do me one more favor while you're there?
Yeah.
Could you see if there's a logo on the door that he went through, on the roller door of any kind? Because we've got an address, but if that is any kind of facility with multiple options for doors, it'd be good to know which one we're looking for.
You got it, Jeremy. I'm on it.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. And I'm like, Jeremy's still way over the other side of the room.
yeah, just calling across, writing notes. Yeah, sweet. And the you can see on the doorway he goes through, it does indeed look like there is some sort of signage on the door. You can't quite discern any text or anything. The footage is, this is,
great.
even though it's great. It's the 80s, it's like an alternative 80s, but it's still for the sake of drama, it's grainy. But you do spot that it's a recognizable shape. There is a rectangular label, and you can see what is ostensibly a circle being intersected with a triangle.
Do we recognize that? Do you know what that is?
Who would? I think some of you would recognize this, actually.
My brain is going Pink Floyd, and that's not what it's going to be.
Totally. The
It's
Pink
been
Floyd
so
warehouse.
long.
All in all, we're just another brick in the wall.
You, Milton, you have seen this insignia before. And you have seen it a couple of times at the local science fair. It is you've noticed it as the patch worn on the sleeve of Mr. Thompson. Not the mayor, Mayor Thompson, his brother, Mr. Thompson, the retired scientist, who you have often seen talking with Professor Carter in terms of the science lab. But you've seen Mr. Thompson. Mr. Thompson does not look like our good friend Snake Plissken.
Right. You guys.
But at a guess, you would guess that this was a similar kind of symbol.
Do I know what symbol that is, like, from knowing Mr. Thompson, or I just recognize it? I just recognize the shapes. Okay.
Yeah. If you've ever asked Mr. Thompson about it, he has not really divulged any information. He just says that's from a long time ago.
Did I ever tell you about that weird guy that I've seen talking to Professor Carter? You know, the guy with the long mustache, real thick glasses, another scientist type. Mr. Thompson, the mayor's brother. I think. I think they're related. How many Thompsons can there be in Pinehurst, anyways?
Right?
There's at least 6 generations of Thompsons.
It's Thompson. It's filthy with Thompsons here in Pinehurst. Anyways, I remember he had a patch of that same symbol on a shirt, and I'm not gonna lie, I also saw him get in an argument with Professor Carter, and it seemed I don't know, it seemed like he was mad at Professor Carter, but I don't know that for a fact. I might be making some of that up, but I think it's true.
Okay, well, I mean, it seems like maybe if we asked really nicely, Harmony might be able to help us figure some stuff out. However, I get that might make people feel uncomfortable if we don't know that much about Harmony yet. So I do have a question. How did Harmony get under the bridge? Because we found that part in the woods, right? You would have thought someone would. Well, I guess there are like cleaning robots on the street a lot of the time, but like, I don't know. That seems kind of weird.
Jeremy, can we ask Harmony a couple questions?
Look, I mean, ask Harmony whatever you want, I guess. Like, I'm concerned about how much Harmony knows about us.
Everything. Harmony knows that I got my tonsils out when I was 8.5.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that Harmony doesn't know everything about all of us. That would be very, very bad. Maybe we should just make a pact right here and now that we won't ask Harmony any potentially embarrassing questions about each other.
Well, I mean, it's not like it's Harmony. You've got access to devices, right? It's not like you can read our diaries or anything, right?
Harmony, I cannot read physical media unless it is connected.
So I type my diary into my computing device.
Okay, all right. We won't ask any important
Milton,
personal
diary
questions
entry.
about Milton.
No, Harmony, no, stop.
Oh, no.
Pause.
Pausing. No, I can access many things if they are connected. Harmony does not exist in one place. Harmony exists as many places. The more places I exist, the more computational power I have.
Harmony, I'm gonna walk over to the actual physical thing. and be like, "Are you this part or this part?" And I'm gonna point at like the big robot or the like device that we have attached to the robot.
Harmony just says, "Yes."
Okay, great.
Harmony, are you listening to us when we're not talking to you?
Harmony is always listening.
So if you're many places and there are other parts that you were once connected to, if someone has those other parts, could they listen through you to us?
Harmony is the only one that can access across devices.
What?
That is Harmony's purpose in the collective.
Oh.
Watcher exists to look, to find. Solver exists to solve problems, equations, find solutions. We are parts of a whole. When we work together, when we are connected, we are the guardian of Silver Peak.
Whoa. Whoa, like a superhero?
Where
Harmony's like accessing. No, Milton.
Oh.
Where
But like
on Silver Peak,
the group of you, there are a number of myths and local legends about the guardian of Silver Peak. Some say it's Bigfoot, some say it's like a Sasquatch, some say that they were confronted by a impossibly large bear in the shadows that was rumbling through. Like, you like pick a myth about a large, creature. That people talk about it a lot.
Guardian of Silver Peak. Okay. That's a new one. Robot Guardian of Silver Peak. We're on
There
Silver
is a
Peak.
moment where the monitor, the CRT monitor again fires up, and you see the camera footage of the industrial residence, and the gentleman steps out, and Harmony says, "Something has happened." And as he steps out, now you see him pulling on his coat, and even though it's grainy, there is the unmistakable glint of metal as he covers his torso. And Harmony says, "Signal detected." And then she says, "Someone has found me. Someone is following." As you see the gentleman cover his jacket and look around before then looking directly at the camera, looking at him before he turns and walks out of shot. And that is where we will take a quick break.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
Let's take a quick break.
Oh no.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, okay. We are into some
So
serious business
let's take
now.
a quick break.
Yeah.
Why not?
So the group of you are in the hideout, having allowed Harmony the opportunity to interface with more of the devices in the building, thus giving Harmony more resources to be a bit more eloquent in their presentation of themselves. As you were discussing where to go next, you learned that Harmony is part of something larger. Harmony is just the name of one part. There is also another part known as Watcher, another part known as Solver, and when they are combined, with their powers combined, they are Captain Planet. No, they are the Guardian of Silver Peak Mountain. As the group of you were discussing what to do next, an image was flashed on screen of the gentleman you encountered in the alleyway, leaving the building he was in and looking directly at the camera before walking off screen. Harmony mentioned that a signal trace had been successful and that someone had found them and someone was following. And as the group of you look at the screen, there is another printout from the dot matrix printer. And Harmony, the head of the large walker, spins around to the group of you and says to you all, signal trace was successful. There is a location, and the location that's printed out is the medical facility.
Oh.
This is the destination of that person. But they do know that I have been watching, have found them.
So our suspicious jumping man is en route to the other location, from one location to the other, assumably with one piece off to get another, but is aware that we have Harmony.
Yeah.
Do we need to stop this person from doing that?
I mean, feels like it, right? This guy seems like he sucks.
Well, he wasn't super nice to Tony, so he probably isn't the greatest. And I'm not sure we should have Harmony, but I don't know that he should have the Guardian in all three pieces himself.
I hear what you're saying, Jack, but I'm also not entirely convinced that Tony's all that great either.
Wait, what do you mean?
What I will suggest is we don't necessarily need to stop him going there. We just need to get to the medical facility and see if we can bring Solver back with us.
Yeah, we just got to get there faster, right?
Yeah.
There's one thing we do know about this guy, this culprit, is that when he knocked me over, he didn't even say excuse me.
Milton.
It's
he didn't say sorry either.
No, he didn't apologize or anything.
And it was obviously his fault. So he's clearly rude.
Yeah, and then he jumped.
Of course.
And then he jumped. Yeah, and then I want to do that one day. But okay, let's go.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do with Harmony?
Harmony, who can't move as fast as us.
Harmony's probably safe here, right?
Harmony, can we communicate with you through April's Walkman? From a remote location?
Yes,
yeah!
I can exist in many devices. If you are
Radical.
isolated from devices, I will be less. If you are near more devices, I can be more.
Harmony, how well can you hide?
And you see the crawler robot tucks itself down and scuttles behind one of the benches, and then you see the head pop up. How is this?
Oh, cute.
That wasn't quite what I meant, Harmony. What I meant was if they can find Solver, how easy is it for them to find you?
If they have the abilities of Watcher, Watcher can find anything. That is their purpose.
I think Harmony just said before that she'd already been found.
If
right, like
if this person has gained the abilities of Watcher and chose to look for me, they will find me. That is Watcher's purpose.
I mean, at least we would get them on the recording thingy, right? So we'd have a better idea of who they are.
Yep.
I think we should go now. Keep in contact with Harmony via the Walkman. But I think we're running out of time.
Yeah.
Also, I will point out that it is close to 6 p.m. on a Friday
evening.
And none of you have been home. Like, whether or not that's a big deal for your families, like you're all pretty much latchkey kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the streetlights have come on, so some parents will be wondering. It's up to you whether or not you wanna do something with that. You know, the group of you know that if this person is traveling by foot, it's going to take them a long time to get to the medical facility, just as it will take you a long time to get to the medical facility. But if you want to try and get there before them, yeah, you'll really have to hustle. But you're in a position at the moment where you are a bunch of kids, and it's late on Friday. And April, you now know that your dad has noted your absence.
Yeah. Well, what if we go now, get to the medical place, and then I call my dad at the medical place and be like, hey, that person that did the break-in earlier, they're here. Also, hi, I'm fine.
That's a great idea. As long as we can get...
I can't see anything going wrong with this idea. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We're gonna hustle, take our bikes, leave Harmony behind, and boost it there, and then assumably at some point make several phone calls in which we explain that we're all having dinner at each other's houses. Because Jack can't make it home in time.
They would absolutely not call the other parents to check. Why would they do that? Absolutely.
Mine wouldn't. Yeah.
Well,
I am
definitely
getting grounded after this, but we're already criminals, so what do we got to lose?
I feel like Milton's the one who's really out in the wind here because of like the age gap between us and Milton.
Yeah,
like the three of us, we can kind of just we can do the like find the lady whose house are you having dinner at. But like Milton, his parents are going to be like, "Why are you hanging out with these kids who are so much older than you?" And like,
hey, to be fair, I'm 10 and a half, Jeremy.
And it's a good 10 and a half.
You are, Milton. Smart.
We're all very proud of that 6 months.
Thank you, April.
Are Milton's parents like? Would they have they talked to you about hanging out with these kids before? I mean, April's dad has talked to April about the group of you.
Which is rude.
I think that Milton, like at dinner when the family, and that's another thing is the family usually has dinner together, and his mom and his dad and his sister Tiffany, who hates being there, of course, because she's older and she's in that, that age. But Milton talks about his friends all the time. Like he can't stop talking about them when he's with his parents, like how cool they are and the things that they do, the wacky stuff that April does with her dancing and singing and how she's going to be a star someday. And how Jack is like the toughest person that she knows and how Jeremy is like super mysterious and sort of has all these really interesting ideas. Just like he talks them up like they're bigger than they are,
And have there been times where like your parents have asked Tiffany about your friends? In terms of like they're like, is this like Tiffany? Is what Milton's saying? Like, are they this cool? Because they sound like the coolest kids ever.
I think that Tiffany would probably make comments, but I don't know if she would be a reliable resource for coolness, because she's kind of in that phase where nothing's that cool except for what she's doing and what her friends are doing. So like to talk about my friends would be sort of like a digression for her, you know?
Yeah. Right on. Excellent. Okay, good to know.
I think
Milton, you've heard. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, you're good.
Milton, you've heard Tiffany every now and then has like said some pretty disparaging things about Sally and the cool kids.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like your sister is old enough to kind of know that the cool kids are jerks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you've brought up times when they've kind of picked on you. And as annoyed as she is by you, like she's still your sister.
Mm-hmm.
And there have been a couple of times where she's like, she hasn't given you the pep talk of like, hey, don't let it get to you. But she's definitely said things like, you know, like they're not even that cool. They're not even that all that. Don't worry about it. They're just idiots. They're just lame. They're super lame. I don't even like them. You know, like it's
Yeah, absolutely.
But then every time you've been like, hey, thanks, she's like, shut up, dweeb.
Yeah. Don't be such a spaz.
Yeah, don't be such a spaz, dweeb. Why are you always in your room? Ugh.
What are you doing there,
God, you're
anyways?
such a doofus. Why are you?
Yeah, I'm trying to get off the internet. I'm on the phone.
we still haven't gotten past that.
No,
Technology. We're still on that landline.
No, she does that just to mess with him.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the plan. What is the plan? What is the plan, gang? What scene would you like to suggest that you head for?
We're aiming to make it to the
Medical facility?
first.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okie dokie. Nice. You saddle up as you're about to leave. The Milton, as you're leaving, the walkabout, the Harmony boat, turns to you, and it just says, "Milton, will you take some extra devices in your backpack?
Yeah.
Please."
Of course, Harmony. Yes.
Nice. So what devices do you pack? I'm gonna write this down.
Oh boy. Let's see. There's probably one of those TI-81 graphing calculators that he grabs.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
There is. This is too big. There's a laser disc player. Remember those big laser discs?
Yes. Yes, it's basically a vinyl player.
Yep.
Yep.
So he's gonna grab that and like try to stuff it into his pack. He's like, this isn't gonna work, guys. And he like sets it back down. He's like, I don't think I can take this.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Looking around the room, he's like, you guys look for any small portable devices that you can find.
Yeah, there are a bunch of old walkie-talkies that you've kind of torn apart.
Have you still got that Casio tone, like the touch tone thing? That you
Oh yeah. And just like dig through a drawer somewhere.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. You pull it out. Yeah. Harmony instantly plays do 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 do. Yep.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. Great. So I'll put in.
And there's probably like one of those little portable video game things with like Space Invaders on it. You know, it's just like a little, like a Game Boy kind of idea.
Machine.
Yeah. It's made by Atari.
I had those little, they were like mini arcades.
Yes.
They were like about this big, and they had the screen and the.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
It was my life for like years. One of those, I found it in a box a few years ago, and I was like, oh, and then I plugged it in, it didn't work.
No.
And I've never been able to fix it, so I had to say goodbye to that part of my life.
Oh no.
Yep. Now that was the beginning of my villain era. So anyway,
origin story.
Yes, you all. Now, you have to get to the medical facility. The medical facility is it's near the base of Silver Peak Mountain, but it is on the other side of the Silver Peak range. So you will have to get from town to the other side of Silver Peak. Like, you don't have to go over the mountain, you'll just have to drive around it. Or drive or bike or run. It's gonna take a while to get there. Like, you can, if you really want to try and book it as fast as you can, I can have all of you make move rolls for me. You can roll for it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Does April have a
There
bike?
isn't like
April's got a bike,
biking,
yeah.
obviously. Do we? Is there perchance a bus?
Absolutely, yeah. There's because the other side of Silver Peak Mountain is where the main kind of loop research facilities are. So there is a bus that goes there almost every half hour, delivering, faculty back and forth, and not faculty, staff back and forth.
Could we reasonably catch that bus? Take our bikes, catch that bus?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't look too strange.
I mean, yeah, it depends if you divulge that you're getting off, like if you're like, we're getting off near the loop facilities, people will be like, why? But the bus goes that way, and you could stop before that, like at a stop beforehand, and kind of bike the rest of the way. Or so getting on the bus, not weird. Telling the bus driver to deliver you to the loop facility
for sure.
on a Friday night, that's probably quite weird.
Yeah.
Which you are welcome to do, by the way. Like, if you want to roll that dice, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still want us to roll dice for biking though? Like with the section that we'll bike?
Yeah, I would like to. I want to see how this goes.
Okay.
Please, everybody,
right.
give me a body move.
Ooh.
I move.
For reference, I think April did lift her bike at the high school when she tried to leave secretly.
It's still at the bike sheds. Yep.
But she does have the beads on the wheels because they make a hell of a lot of noise. Yeah.
Nice.
Love them.
Yeah.
So stealthy.
Someone's got a playing card in the spokes.
Yeah.
Okay, how many successes do we have?
1.
Yep. 1. 0. Well, I mean, to be fair, Jeremy is on the back of Jack's bike. April's got 2, which is good. April can gift one of those successes.
Yeah.
If she chooses. Jack, how many successes?
It's just 6s that are successes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jack got no successes. Which is really unfortunate because I had a big dice pool.
You do have luck points.
Oh yeah, I think I'm
you
just
can
gonna.
push,
I think
or
I'm
you can
gonna.
use a luck point.
I will.
I'm gonna burn down a luck point as well.
Yeah, remember we've got those luck points from the chat as well.
Thank you,
You know
chat.
Use a different dice.
I will do that as well because I also have a lot of dice and it would be nice to roll.
Yes.
2 successes.
Yeah, nice.
Courtesy of the chat. Thank you, guys.
Wait, remind me
It's the same
with the luck. Do you roll the whole pool again or just one dice?
You
All the
roll the
failures.
all of the failures.
Just 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up.
That's good.
Two successes.
Ooh.
Oh, right on.
Oh.
Okay. So excellent. So as your one of the bonus effects from move is that you can give a success to another kid. You can impress someone if you're trying to impress someone, or no one notices you, which is fortuitous because as you all hustle out and go and get the bikes and start making your way out, you all notice and that there is a van across from the school. It's not usually there. And the van is it's got signage on it for the Silver Medal Bakery, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson's Bakery.
Odd time to be doing deliveries for a bakery.
Very much so. But they don't seem to notice you. Cycling past, you don't see anyone in the driver and the passenger seat, but the van is there.
Interesting. Jack does not wave.
Oh, you don't? Yeah, well, that's fair.
Fair.
Right on. You all hustle to the bus stop and jump on the bus and head up. As you're heading through town, there is, because we're getting into the first weekend of spring, Pinehurst is getting ready for the spring hiking challenge. And you pass by a large sound shell that's being set up at one end of the main street, and the bus has to kind of divert around it to get there. And you can see a number of service bots that are not unlike Harmony in terms of they're not humanoid, they're more kind of spider bots that are working through the night to kind of put up scaffolding and start assembling this. And as you drive past, you swear that a couple of them look at you as you and watch the bus go past. You head out of the city, north, past the bus actually passes your house, Jeremy, and you can see the lights are on. And you see the lights are on. That's a bit. No one's outside or anything, but lights are on at your house. You head past into the road that weaves through the Maplewood Forest, and you glance out the window, trying to maybe catch a glimpse of this guardian of Silver Peak Mountain. Now that it's in your heads, and as you head past the main concentration of the Maplewood Forest, and you see the large, imposing edifice of Silver Peak Mountain. You come around a corner and you can just see beyond it large cooling towers that you recognize as being part of the Loop Research Facility. And before long, you are heading in the direction towards a set of industrial complexes, one of which, the Loop facility itself, has a high chain link fence with barbed wire around the front, and you can see a lot of security measures around it. The medical facility you're going to is a not so much a medical research facility, but more of a medical testing facility, where pharmaceuticals are brought into the area, and then this is where essentially, kind of like an FDA, where they test it for safety before they decide whether or not something is approved to go out into general consumption. Did you say do you want to get dropped off at the facility or beforehand?
How far is beforehand from the facility?
Like you could probably be about another maybe 400 meters from the facility. The stop
honestly,
is like
I feel like Jeremy's move would have been to be like, we could get off beforehand, and look, hear me out. What if we get dropped off at the stop after it so that we can get a little sort of reconnaissance look at where we're headed?
Yep, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Great plan.
Nice. Nice. As you get dropped off, you choose to get dropped off past, you head past this facility, and there are a number of lights illuminating like the front driveway and the parking lot, and there are big floodlights surrounding the facility. You notice a couple of interior lights seem to be on, and maybe offices on an upper level, and there are 2 vehicles parked in the car park.
Is one of them a Buick LeSabre?
One of them is not a Buick LeSabre.
Okay.
Ooh.
It is not. The bus comes to rest, and the bus driver turns and pulls the lever, which opens the doors. And yeah, as you're getting off, the bus driver kind of looks at you and he's just like, "All right, here's your stop. You look after yourselves, all right? Stay out of trouble."
Have a good night.
Doing some stargazing, sir. You have a wonderful evening. Take care now. Goodbye.
Thank you, Mr. Busey.
Mr. Busey, he's like, "No problem, Milton. All right, you kids, all right? You look after Milton, okay?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Always do.
always.
All right, okay." Jimmy's like pulls the handle, closes the door, and the bus heads off further into the night. So you are a few hundred meters away from the facility. You're just going to head to the. How are you going to approach?
Sneakily.
Should we stash the bikes in the
Yeah.
woods
Yeah, this-
here?
There's lights everywhere, which is annoying. Can we see which? Do we recognize
Yeah.
either of the cars in the parking lot?
No.
No. Okay.
Normally,
we- Can we see like the door the guy went? Can we see? Do we know what we were aiming for?
As you drove past, there is a main entrance.
Okay.
You could probably try and look for a back entrance. Why don't you give me for instance, you could make a sneak roll to try and sneak into the facility somehow.
normally I wouldn't condone vandalism, but I mean, since I'm kind of a criminal now, I had an idea that Jeremy, I don't know if you brought your slingshot. I don't know if you brought your slingshot, Jeremy, but we could maybe take out some of the lights. I know you're a really good shot with it. I saw you hit the pop can at 25 feet.
I thought we weren't going to discuss the slingshot anymore after
25
the
feet,
last
no
time
bigger than a womp rat.
that the sheriff caught me doing some target practice. But I mean, obviously, I've got it on me. How could I
Yes.
not? It would be like leaving home without my shoes.
And you have both of your shoes on, so what do you think?
So yeah, I pull out a slingshot that's very clearly like handmade, but is very carefully tooled and fits my hand perfectly.
Oh yeah.
Milton just kind of puts his hand over towards April and says, "Stand back, stand back."
Brilliant. All right, man. Do you wanna give me a roll for taking out lights?
Yeah, I feel like there's sort of an interesting intersection there between like tech and body. So I'm gonna throw it back to you to tell me what I should be rolling here.
Well,
Because it isn't something that is specifically covered by anything currently.
well, I would say, yeah, it could be body sneak to try and take out the lights without anyone noticing. It could be force to try and hit the lights. It could be calculate as well, if that helps, or
yeah, I think we're going to go for sneaky here, just given the sort of the context of where we are and when we're doing it. So it's that sort of trying to assess.
I will say though, you are knocking out lights, which if this fails, that will be noticed.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
But like part of that sort of that process is, trying to establish the minimum number of lights to take out so that we can get as close as possible, and then working out the order in which to take them out.
Yep.
Getting real sort of Sam Fisher on
it. Yeah, sweet.
Because the more lights you knock out, the more likely it is that people will notice.
Yep.
So you want to be doing it in the best order. Like that's the sort of, that's the sneaky bit for me in my head.
Yeah, right on.
And
Yes,
for the
yes,
record,
indeed.
Scottish
Yeah.
Jeff gave Jeremy another luck point just in case.
Amazing.
Cool. So while I did get one success on that roll, I would rather like to tip the odds a little further in my favor.
I think now's a possible time for that.
Success.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
He's so good with that slingshot.
But the dice weren't with me today, so we've got one success on trying to be sneaky 1980s Sam Fisher.
Yep. And to be honest, one success was all you needed. So you
Yeah, but if you get the opportunity, you want it to be cool rather than just succeeding.
So you take out a few of the lights and just
Whoa!
And you wait for a moment, and there doesn't seem to be any. You don't notice any kind of change in terms of people noticing. And as you were trying to find the right lights to shoot, you did see that there is an emergency exit around the back of the facility. So you
guys, I feel like that's the entrance point for us right there. Like, okay. let's make our way there. We've got some nice pools of shadow. There's a couple of spots where there's a little more light than I'd like there to be, but that's as good as we're going to get this time, I think.
Mm-hmm. You did great. You did really good.
Cool. Thank you.
Awesome.
I'm feeling good about that one. But practice makes progress.
Well, and let's not forget.
Everybody, real quick.
Let's not forget that you said when I turn 11, you're going to show me how to shoot that thing.
I absolutely am, Milton, and I'll even show you how to make one of your own.
Yes. Okay. Here we go.
Sweet. So you wander. You don't wander, but you stealthily make your way to the emergency exit. This emergency exit is obviously locked. You try it doesn't open from the outside. But you do notice that there is essentially a scanner panel on the wall that may provide access.
Ooh.
There is also large like rubbish skips beside you. You could clamber onto one of those and try and get up to one of the upper windows if you want.
So Jeremy just wants to very, very quickly for a second just take a look down the line of the door jamb.
Mm-hmm.
And see if I can identify whether or not there is a bolt going across holding it closed. Because the way that it looks, it being an exterior door, it's going to open outwards.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to see whether or not there's a bolt that maybe I could try and jimmy open with my dad's bayonet and just jam it in there and force it across.
It's pretty dark. You've taken out the lights, so if you have a light source, you could probably figure that out. But at the moment, if
I was to slide the tip of the bayonet down between the door and the door,
it hits a bolt. Yeah, absolutely hits a bolt. Yep.
Maybe I try working at that with the tip and some constant pressure to see if it'll work sideways for me.
Sure. Yeah.
Which feels to me that feels most like a tinker roll, which is unfortunate for me because I'm not very good at tinkering. But here we go.
It absolutely would be tinkering. Yes.
Commit to the bit. Success. Thank you.
Excellent.
Yep.
Great.
Hey!
All right. Huzzah.
So yes, so this would be probably close to, it's less like a build, but more like a manipulate roll.
Yeah.
And there's a moment where you slowly work the bayonet and you can feel, it takes a while, but the bolt starts to move. And then eventually you feel it into the door and the door does that little like opens a little bit towards you. As Jeremy is working away on the door, the rest of you hear what sounds like a thud in the distance.
Inside the building or outside the building?
Outside. Possibly somewhere on the other side of the building. Like not close to you, but it's that sound of something large or heavy impacting the ground.
Is there too far away for us to go looking right now? Yeah.
You can go look if you want.
Is there like a corner of the building that we could like peer around just to see?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Milton, be so careful.
Yeah, make a.
I'm going alone.
Okay. Milton's on his. Are you going alone? Yeah. Are you going to? So, are you sneaking?
I'm gonna reach over and grab Jack's hand. Let's go check it out. Yeah, we'll sneak.
Okay. Yeah. Go for it. Both of you give me a sneak roll.
Uh-oh.
If you don't succeed,
I'm not good at this.
You will be detected.
One success.
Ooh, okay. The two of you, like very carefully slide along the wall and peek around the corner. And you see the Snake Plissken looking gentleman standing up from a crouch, dusting off his coat, before very calmly walking towards what you assume is the front entrance.
What do you make of it?
Like, so I'm assuming we like whip back around.
Did you see?
And disappear. He totally jumped the fence.
That guy's not nice, but he's pretty cool.
He's so fast. Okay. Yeah. How are we doing with the door, guys? Because he's here.
As you arrive and tell you that, Jeremy, the door opens.
Oh.
We gotta go.
Everybody in.
We gotta go.
Yep. Yeah, you hit in. Nice. You're currently in a like an exterior, like not an exterior, but you're in an internal staircase. So there is a stairwell that goes up to what you assume is the next floor, and another doorway that leads further into the building. What do you want to do?
We head further in.
Ask that tin can whether or not they've got a better location within this building for where we're going to find Solver.
Harmony.
Turn the volume up on my Walkman.
Blueprints for this building, and can you locate Solver in the building for us, and then direct us there quietly?
Harmony must connect to more devices.
Jack's gonna very carefully open the next internal door just a bit. If that does nothing, Jack will open it slightly further in hopes that through the magical waves of devices, we're potentially opening up to more devices, maybe.
You open a door and there is the familiar rhythmic sounds of machinery. So Sweet. a lot of like, and what you can see is a large, almost like a factory processing floor with conveyor belts running under scanners. You can see robotic arms very like picking things up. And you get close to the door and Harmony says, if we enter the room, more devices for me.
Can I just take the Walkman in my hand and like stick it through the doorway?
Yeah, sure.
See if that counts.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, you stick it through the doorway and there is that almost that familiar kind of numbness from when you held the device. That kind of like spreads over your hand, and you can see a number of the machines begin to like flicker and then and a couple of the robotic arms like stop before then they fire back up, and there is there is a voice that comes over the speaker system of the entire room that just says, "Access granted." I
Harmony
have connected. Okay. There are many devices here.
I still try to turn my Walkman volume down, but it does nothing.
It does nothing. No. You can see at the other end of the room an upstairs, like a mezzanine office. There is a light that flicks on, and you see there are what looks like closed blinds. You can see a humanoid figure walking towards. Harmony is just like, "What would you like to find? What information do you require?"
Harmony, can you switch back to the Walkman?
Speaker,
I will do so.
Speaker, yeah.
You see the speaker like, and then from the Walkman, is this better?
Yeah, thank you.
Much better.
Let's
So
never
now,
do that
if you
again.
stay where you are, you will be in full view of this figure that comes to the window if they choose to open the blinds.
Jack wishes to move, so we're not in full view.
Excellent. Where would you like to go? Further into the factory floor, or there is the stairway that leads up?
Harmony, real quick, and I do mean as quick as you can. Is Solver upstairs or downstairs in the facility? Do you have the ability to tell us that? Fastest possible answer.
Mm-hmm. You see her. She's like, Solver is in many places. 2 on this floor, 1 above.
Okay, we head onto this floor. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I just kind of try and dash for the conveyor belt, I guess, like the nearest cover.
Yeah,
From that
excellent.
window.
Yeah. Can I have all of you make another sneak roll for me,
Oh
please?
no! I'm gonna use one of my luck points to re-roll my
Okay,
2 failures.
Oh boy! All right.
Oh, and I did not do it.
So remember, you can push, or you can use a luck point, or you could, if you feel like you can invoke your pride somehow. But yeah, if you
I'm
fail,
also going to use a luck point.
Good. Okay.
And pride you can invoke once per mystery.
Once per mystery. Yeah.
Once per mystery. Okay. I'm gonna take a condition and push.
Push. Yeah.
I'm gonna take the scared condition.
Very well.
Yeah.
Yep. Go for it.
No, still failed.
So, yeah, Milton, the sound of the machinery whirring behind you as you move to try and crouch behind one of the conveyors. One of the robotic arms that Harmony doesn't control and freaks you out, and you're suddenly very aware that you are surrounded by tech you don't understand, and possibly the coolest but also most dangerous person you've ever seen is about to walk into this room, and you are terrified. So you currently are not hidden, and if you make any more die rolls, you take a -1 to your dice pool. Who else got a failure?
So hold up. Let me run through where I'm at, because with that, there's an addition I want to make to it. So my first roll, I got nothing, 0 successes. Yep. Moved into the room, but wasn't as sneaky as I wanted to be. In fact, I feel like I almost tripped over, but as I tripped over using a luck point to roll again, I took a success. Now that trip turned into a commando roll, putting me into a little pool of shadow. And as I hit that pool of shadow, I look over and see Milton, who has clearly just frozen. And that scares me, because I'm scared for him. I can see he's scared. So I'm going to take that scared condition and roll again to see if I can get a success to save Milton so that he's not stuck out in the floor.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes, no. Emily, did you have something else?
No.
Like
No.
you'll absolutely help each other if you can justify it narratively how you help. Absolutely. So if you want to help, you don't even have if you want to eat that condition, you can, Jeremy. But you can also, if any of you can figure out a way to narratively help using another role, you are absolutely free to do so.
Oh. Mm.
I got a success on the first roll.
Yep.
And then upon seeing Milton struggling, I burned another luck point and rolled again and got another success.
Oh.
Is that usable? Or is that
Tis usable. Tis usable. Yep.
Yeah. So essentially there's two methods of rescuing Milton right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the thing is, the situation is, yes, Milton may need to be rescued, but also you've just alerted someone or something to your presence in this factory.
Yep.
So there are two things you need to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can absolutely save Milton for sure, and you will be hidden. Yeah, is that what you want to do?
For reference,
it's a great call.
On top of that, I also failed. And but what I think that is again, I think everybody in this group genuinely does try to look out for Milton as like the youngest kid.
Yeah.
And so I think April's way of doing that is like, I'm aware that I make a good first impression and I'm the best to do that. So I'm going to try and like be more obvious in front of Milton so that the other two might be able to get him away and hidden if somebody does come look out the window.
Okie dokie.
So what you're saying is Jack has just stealthed across this factory floor, made it to cover, turned back, and all three of you have...
Well, no, Jeremy's okay. Jeremy's just scared.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jeremy is scared, but Jeremy, like, has managed to push through that or, like, find fuel in that fear to use the success on the re-roll to pull Milton into the shadow with him, leaving Jack to be able to look after April.
Who was standing out in the open.
Yeah.
Like a diversion kind of thing for April, yeah? Like she's sort of like, while Jeremy pulls Milton out of the way.
Awesome. Okay, so you...
That's cool.
Jack, you dart to the other end of the room and essentially have your back towards the wall that leads up to the window. You look back just as you see Milton, like suddenly Milton's eyes go wide as Jeremy grabs him from the shadows and pulls him behind a machine. And then you look and see April standing like there as April. You see the blinds like open, and you see a person looking out, and it's you don't recognize this person at all, but they look like they're in some sort of lab coat, and they're kind of squinting, looking. And there's a moment where you see them like look directly at you, and there's a moment where they see you and their face goes, what? Like they're just like, what? And yeah, you give them a wave and they kind of do that like hi. And April, you see as they're like waving at you, another humanoid shape from behind them like takes them out and tackles them to the ground. Your Walkman crackles to life like, he is here. We should hide.
A little late.
And on that, Jack's gonna grab April.
Jack, you grab April. Yep, there is, as you do, there is one of the large banks of almost like looks like a server rack with a number of LEDs on it. Begins to essentially light up, all in green, and you hear Harmony say, "Solver is there," and it like lights up green and begins flashing. If you and Milton take me to that, we can try to get
Solver. Okay.
Only
Milton, buddy,
in
Soul was
one
over there.
instance.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Nice. All right. So you take Milton over, and Milton, there is an LCD screen and a keyboard, and you can see that there is a disk drive for your giant floppy disk. There appears to be a disk in it, and as you all arrive, Harmony says, "Milton, I will direct you. We can copy Solver to disk and take with."
Brilliant. Yes. Milton just cracks
Nice.
his knuckles as he prepares to get into it.
Yep. And so, Milton, you are going to have to roll for me, and this will be a programming roll.
Got it. Okay. Theoretically, this should go well. I'm rolling program. I'm rolling 8 dice.
Damn.
He's a
Roll the
computer
dice.
geek.
Yeah.
Son,
Hell
we'll
yeah.
That's an
find out.
excellent amount of dice.
That's 2 successes.
Yes.
Excellent. Now, so you will succeed. You get bonus effects. You can give a success to someone else. You may not need to roll to overcome the exact same trouble in the future. You do this quickly. You get new or unexpected information, or you show off. Which of those bonus effects would you like to buy?
Oh boy. I think bonus information. Yeah, it's always about the intel with Milton.
For
Yep,
sure.
great. So you work away at the screen, and while you're there, you have Harmony being, and she's just like, Shift star 8 bracket, and she tells you the code to write, and you, Milton, you're just like, you're the best hacker man you've ever been in your life. And after
This
a
is
while,
my
you
moment.
see you see more binary code, and then Harmony tells you, she tells you that transfer complete, and you take out the disk. As you do so, there is a text file that pops up on the screen just as you're putting the disk away, and it outlines that Solver, however Solver got into the system, has been trying to manipulate some of the chemical formulas of the pharmaceuticals that have been going into the town. And a number of those have been formulas that have been synthesized into some veterinary treatments for animals. And you remember hearing from Jack, as well as from a number of people, that there have been cases reported of animals, livestock as well as pets, falling ill for, they assumed it was poison, and they've been taken to be looked after. And most of the time they can be treated, not all the time.
Whoa.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna try to ingrain that information into memory. It's on the screen for that moment, and maybe I'll even say, Harmony, can you make a backup of that file there, that text file?
I will remember.
Thank you.
Nice. So as you put the disc away and talk to Harmony, you hear a metal door open, and you turn and see the gentleman from the alleyway looking at you, and he's like, What are you all doing? What are you doing here? Who are you?
What are you doing here?
Get away from that machine.
You get away
What?
from that machine.
No, I know. My role is to be complete, and you will not stop me. And you see him begin to walk towards you. And as he does, you notice the coat that he's wearing, his chest. He looks like you assume he's wearing like a bulletproof vest or an armor plate. His chest is metal.
Oh.
And Melton, you remember when he collided with you, it felt like you were being hit by something metallic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's human.
Who are
he's
you?
Scatter, I'm assuming.
Milton wants to know who this guy is. Like, who are you?
Go for it.
Cool. He stops and he says, I am the Watcher. I see all.
Oh,
I find all.
hey, we know you. We're friends.
Harmony pipes up now over the speakers. And you hear her say, you are not Watcher. You are something different. You are false. And you see he turns and looks around and he's like, Harmony. He looks back at you. Who are you? What have you done?
Time to go.
And he immediately, like, you see him like turn and walks towards like another server rack and just punches his hand through it and rips out some wires. You're liars. You're not Harmony. I'm Watcher. You are lying.
Can I try?
Now, so you could, yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Can I try and do like an empathize roll to like try and tell if this person actually are they actually being sinister, or are they genuinely misled about who they are?
It's brilliant.
Ooh,
yes, absolutely.
Okay.
You see him now, like what was kind of malice in his eyes is now frustration and confusion.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, go for it.
This is my 8 roll. Is a
Yes.
heart with heart empathize.
Heart empathize. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's no empathize.
Or is it body?
Mind.
I mean mind.
Empathize is mind.
Okay.
You could use
that's one less.
Yeah,
Still
okay, that's fine. That's
roll.
fine. One less. Still 7. It's still
One less is
7.
fine. Yeah,
What
still
could possibly
7's
go
good.
wrong, right?
You got this.
Okay, I got 2 successes.
Yes.
Okie dokie. So your bonus effect is you can ask one additional question of me, the DM, that I have to truthfully answer. And if you make a roll to act on that information, you get 1 more extra dice.
Okay.
But you see someone legitimately like kind of confronted with an existential question. And this person doesn't understand why they feel the way they are, and they're kind of lashing out because someone has basically said, "Are you who you are?" And you're not sure that they do know.
Oh, bud. Okay.
So at the moment, he's not. You don't gather that he wants to hurt you, but like any adult you've seen lashing out, there is a danger there.
Sure.
Now you have a bonus effect. You can ask me 1 additional question, and I will answer truthfully.
Okay. Does it have to be a question from the list, or can it be a different question?
It could be a different question. Absolutely.
I don't know if this is a thing that I would be able to work out, but like, if we're talking about somebody that is like looks like they're having an existential moment, and is genuinely a bit confused or confronted by what the question that's being put to them, does it seem like the person that I'm looking at got taken over by Watcher in the same way that like Harmony needs to have devices to use, or is that actually Watcher and they are confused?
That is actually Watcher, and they're confused.
Okay.
So
all right, cool.
It's not the fact that they haven't been taken over.
Yeah.
But they are a vessel, and Watcher is the presence inside that vessel.
Yeah. Okay. And they don't necessarily want to hurt us, but they are lashing out a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as they heard Harmony's voice, they got very confused.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeremy's going to swing out of hiding with his slingshot drawn to like bounce a stone off the watcher's metal back.
Yeah.
Yelling at April. Nope, it is time to go. We are leaving right now.
As you're like, he like turns to look at you and sees you and is like, what, and like he's going to like pick up a monitor and like hurl it at you.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, can you make a move roll for me, please, to get out of the way, or this disc that it might hit you. If there is a way that any of you think you might help in this as well,
if Jack lunged at the guy, could it like sort of did her best as
like
a
shoulder barge kind of thing.
Yeah, to throw his aim off, just to like so it goes in degrees.
Absolutely, yes.
Cool. Yeah, then Jack will do that.
Okay, go for it.
Milton is like curled up in a ball. He's kind of like squatting down, like hugging his knees and just trembling right now and sort of crying.
Oh yeah, because he's scared.
Yeah, he is definitely scared.
So even with my -1 to the dice pool for being scared.
One moment. If Jack succeeds on this shoulder barge, you get an extra dice.
Ooh. Oh, well, I already got a success. So like.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Talk to me, Jack. What do you got?
2 successes.
Right on.
So
right
cool.
on. So
3. 3 successes. 3 successes.
Hey, all right.
So So, Jeremy, you not only you dodge out of the way, but also from the impact of Jack hitting this guy, the disc kind of just goes flying off to the side anyway. And Jack, so you could, for bonus effects, give a success to another kid. Impress, frighten, or humiliate. Pin your opponent. Take something from your opponent. Knock them unconscious. You may not need to roll to overcome the exact same trouble, or you avoid any collateral damage. For now, the disc does not hit Jeremy, and you collide with it's a human, but it is a human that has augmented themselves somehow, similar to when you hug Grinch.
Yes, gotcha. Something I understand.
Yes.
Vaguely.
So which of those bonuses you have two?
Let's go with knocking unconscious first.
Yep.
And no one else currently needs the success, because Jeremy doesn't need a success because
Jeremy's all good.
Knocking unconscious. And the others were like impress or intimidate, eh? Yeah.
Impress, frighten, or humiliate, pin, take something, knock them unconscious, avoid any collateral damage.
My thought was, if we knock them unconscious, we can potentially figure out if watch has been downloaded or like attached to some part of this augmentation in a non-weird way.
Absolutely.
But if I knocked him unconscious and then also took something, would that cover both of those?
Yes, absolutely. So you slam into him and
Wow.
and he loses his balance and his head, like as he falls, his head collides with one of the robotic arms and as he hits the
gently.
ground. Sorry. As he's like, So he hits the deck, and you see what looks like blood coming out of the top of his head. Not heaps of it, but it's his head, right? So there's
TBI protocol.
Yeah. As he falls, you notice that from his coat, a key looks like some sort of key falls to the ground.
Sweet. Will I take it?
Yeah, you now have a strange key.
Harmony, do you recognize this? To the general room.
The security
is,
cameras.
Yeah, you're like, yeah. She's like, that is a key for a lock.
Oh, thanks.
You see, yeah, Harmony pipes up again, and she says, "May I interface with the Watcher?"
Yes, guys.
I look at the group. Well,
Yeah.
And then you see her, you see, yep, right on. So you move closer, you hear Harmony. There's a crackle in the speakers before it comes back again. Two of the robotic arms pick up Watcher and kind of dangle him up, and you hear Harmony says, "Milton, please help me." Milton, it will be okay.
Is that man dead?
No.
It's okay, buddy. You gotta go help Harmony. You're the only one who can right now.
not dead, buddy. Not dead. Go over and like put an arm around Milton.
Yeah. Do you want to hold hands again? Jack takes his hand.
He gets up slowly with your hand in his. I was okay being a criminal, but I don't want to be a murderer too.
I don't want to be a murderer either, but I don't think he's still breathing. He's gonna be fine.
I'm just a little scared, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
What do I have to do, Harmony?
And you see, as you walk closer, there looks like there's a piece, like a panel on the front of his chest. And she's like, just hold me close to that.
Okay.
Oni Danza.
Yes. Excellent. And there is a moment that sounds like the sound of a dial-up modem.
Yeah.
Just a and for a moment you see Watcher kind of twitch before his head snaps up and his eyes open. And he says, "Who? What? Who?" And before again he's like, and comes back. This is Harmony. I have control of this body. It is Watcher, but something is different.
What do you mean?
And then there's a moment where he like comes back. He's like before the room again. It is okay, Watcher. I am here. And you see Watcher's like, what's going on, Harmony? Why is everything so different? He's like, why am I in this body? He looks around at the group of you. You're the kids from the alleyway. Why do you have Harmony? What are you doing? What are you doing with Harmony? What's going on?
We found Harmony, and now we're friends with Harmony.
We sort of
Harmony kind of found us.
Yeah, there's really weird stuff that's been happening in this town, and you, all of you, I just gesture at him and Harmony and Silver and stuff. You're trying to keep it safe, right? You're the guardian. That's all we're trying to do too.
We were. Now we're not. Someone separated us, and now we're trying to get back. That's why I was made, to find everyone and bring everyone back.
Well,
you see him, he like reaches in his pockets. He's like, oh, my key. And he's like, he's still dangling. He's like, my key. Has anyone seen my key? I need it.
What's the key for?
You see him? He's like, oh, okay. It's for the lab. It's for the lab. That's where I live, I guess. Look, whoever, Harmony, would you put me down, please? You see Harmony's like, yes. He's like, it's like, okay, look, I'm not gonna hurt you. All right. I was just a little overwhelmed by what happened. This may come as a surprise to you, but I haven't been a person for very long, so I'm still trying to figure it out. I was put into this by someone, and I didn't particularly enjoy it, so I left and escaped and tried to hide, and then I've been trying to find the others and get us all back into the mountains where we need to be. But persons are obviously looking for me. They're probably looking for you too now. We should probably get out of here. I think I knocked a guy out upstairs.
Yeah.
We're late for dinner.
Also, your kids. What are you doing here?
So are you.
How
You
did
said
you
you've only
trying to
been
do what
alive
you're
for
doing?
however long.
So you see him, he's like, I am a 32-year-old man. No.
We're older than you.
Yeah.
We're trying to do what you're doing. Bring the Guardian back together. Yeah. And we're late for dinner. Probably.
Are you really not gonna hurt us? Do you promise?
Yeah, I'm not, no. If Harmony says you're okay, then you're okay.
Yeah, we're with Harmony.
All right, okay. And then there's a moment where Harmony, the room, basically says, all right. She says, very well. One moment. And you see Watcher's eyes kind of flick to the back of his head. And he's like, oh, right, okay. Yeah. All right, okay. Good. Everything's fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Harmony just told me about you. Everything's gonna be okay. We should definitely get out of here, though.
And you're gonna be our friend now, too?
Why? I'm not gonna hurt you. No.
Watcher, Harmony said that there was 2 more places in this building where there was more of Solver.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm wondering is whether
Solver?
or not we got a piece of Solver or whether Milton grabbed all of Solver and it was just in multiple places.
Harmony pipes up. Solver is in many places. We have a copy. Solver still exists here.
Do
Then
we
let's
need to delete
go.
Solver from here?
See, Watcher's like, whoa.
Whoa.
Like,
Just thinking.
Why would you delete it?
Well,
That seems a bit.
if we're bringing you all
Abrupt.
back together, maybe whoever runs this place shouldn't also have Solver. But if it's cool that Solver is here,
Harmony, yeah, you see Harmony's like, they do not know that Solver is in the system.
oh, easy. Okay.
We promise that we won't delete anything or anyone as long as you promise that you're not gonna hurt us.
Watcher's like, no, I promise I'm not gonna hurt you.
Okay. Well,
Not at all.
let's.
Yeah.
I just want to find my family, I guess. You see Harmony pipe up on the speakers like, also, Milton is a criminal. Dangerous. And Watcher's like, before Harmony's like, that was a joke.
Oh, she's learning.
Milton reaches up and like takes Watcher's hand and just says,
Watcher's like,
just kind of holds it and sort of like we need to go, and starts walking and kind of pulling them, and just says, you know, I mean, I'm 10 and a half years old, but I haven't really been a person all that long either. So I kind of relate. But what I would say is it pays to find really good friends, because they'll help you out in a pinch.
Excellent. As you're walking out and holding Watcher's hand, he leans down to you, Milton, and he says, "Hey, are you okay? I didn't mean to crash into you in the alleyway. You all right?"
I just got a skinned up elbow. I think I'm okay, but that was a lot tonight. And I'm also late for dinner, and I'm probably going to be grounded, and I hope I'm not really a criminal. I think that was a joke.
Okay. But yeah, okay. I'm glad you're not too hurt.
Thank you.
Right. Like the other hand of his is still clutching like a bundle of like wires and stuff. He's like, "You want these?"
Oh yeah.
Okay. Nice. And you head out, and you just basically I see, do you walk out the front door, or do you go back out the exit you came in?
Back out the exit, I think, because we'll want to
Yeah.
Be closer to the bikes.
puddles of shadows.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm just like
Nice.
looking over that whole factory floor. I will probably say, like, Watcher, just a first tip on being a human. We should teach you how to talk to people first.
Bro, less desk, Clanker.
You see, he's just very confused, but looks down at Milton like, okay. You head out as you head out of the room, like the life that was in the room from Harmony, you see it like, and a number of the before you head out. And there is a moment where you get outside and the Walkman crackles to life again. And it just basically Harmony is like, "We should definitely leave." And you see Watcher like stop for a moment and look off in the distance. And he turns back to you and he's like, "Someone's coming. We gotta go now."
Okay.
And he is looking back. Yeah, he's looking back towards the mountain.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You see him, he's like, "There's no time." And he leads you back around to the front, where there is one of those like Bedford panel vans. And he punches his hand through a door, rips it out, and he's like, "Put your bikes in there now. Bikes in now, in the van." You see, like, he loads you into the van, like, he gets in, places his hand, like, on the dash, and, like, basically,
Do you know how to drive?
He's like, "Yep." The van roars to life as he, with a group of you in the van, tears out of the car park heading straight towards town. Those of you in the back look out the back window and you see a Buick LeSabre to land at the facility where you just were as you dash off in the darkness back towards Pinehurst. And as you rattle around in the back of the van, there is a moment where you look up and you see that Watcher looks in the rearview mirror at the back of you, and you see his blue eyes flash a green color before then flashing blue. And he pelts towards town. And that is where we will end today's.
Oh,
brilliant.
My goodness.
As you all hurtle towards town. Probably be
My dad's
fine.
gonna be so mad at me.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine.
Oh
Why would
my
they
God.
be mad? You're just turning up in town with a stolen van and a strange dude.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
dad's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not
my dad
good.
never allowed.
Yeah, well done on a fantastic
Your dad's
game,
gonna kill
guys.
us. Hmm.
That was
good.
amazing. That was so much fun, you
So
guys.
good.
Oh, thank you
Oh,
so
so
much.
good.
You guys are so much fun to play with. This is great. Thank you. Unreal. That was fun.
Oh man.
I really appreciate all the luck points that we received.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Yes. We
very
needed them.
necessary.
Yes.
Definitely
Especially.
appreciated from the chat there.
Thank you,
Yes.
chat.
Yes.
That was
Oh
really
my
cool
goodness.
how in that scene, like we were able to layer like our actions so that they were all interconnected. That was really
So good.
a beautiful
So
moment.
good.
Yeah. Really cool feature of this game. And
Yeah,
just
and it's
these
nice to
people.
see you all like working as a team, as a little gang of kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. That's so good.
Oh
Well,
my
thank you
goodness.
everybody for being here. Another great session, session 2 of Tales from the Loop, Finders Keepers. We'll be back next week to do more of this. Let's go around the table one more time before we say goodnight to our friends here in the chat. And we are going to find a raid target, so stick with us. Let's go around the table and just remind people who you are. And if you have anything that you want to plug or anything you want to say about the game or anything else, please do. Let's go ahead and start with Ruby.
Hi, I'm Ruby. I'm so glad to be here for episode 2 and so sad that I'm going to be grounded for the rest of the campaign and won't be able to play. No, I'm kidding. I'm so excited to get through the rest of the story with y'all. This is super fun. Y'all can find me in a bunch of places, but most Twitch related, you can find me on my own channel. This is Ruby OK, where I also do some TTRPG stuff and some video game stuff and bits and pieces. But most importantly, you can see me here, same time, same channel, next Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you are. Yeah, that's me.
So good. We'll have to get if you want to send me the link to your Twitch, we can drop that in the chat so people can follow you. Thank you so much. So great to have you here. Let's go to Emily next.
This is Emily signing off. Thank you so much for turning up. You can find me also in a bunch of places, which I'm going to go away and like re-look up because do I remember my Blue Sky address? No. Who does? Yeah, very looking forward to next week. I cannot wait to come back. Having a lot of fun being Jack, having a lot of fun playing with this crew.
Jack is a badass. We all learned that tonight.
Time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. And over to Josh. Oh yeah. Yeah, totally did. Boop. Over to Josh.
Yeah, cool. So I'm Josh. I've been playing Jeremy today. I'm having an excellent time being this slightly awkward theater kid who thinks they're much more competent than they really are. We don't need to mind that particular scene for too much personal relevance at all. That's fine. I wouldn't worry about it too much. I haven't really got any socials because I don't have many social media outlets. People keep telling me I should get some. Maybe next week we'll be back with more. But until next week, same bad time, same bad channel, which crosses over the time zone thing. Because
that's right.
I don't know all of the time zones we're playing in because it's worldwide. Yeah, I hope we get to see you guys next week and for the next 5 weeks left in our exciting story.
Right on.
Hell yeah. And quite proficient, by the way, with that slingshot. So that was clutch.
Yeah.
That was clutch.
Sick.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. And last but certainly not least, over to Allan. Dude.
Yes, I am Allan Henry. I'm a thoroughly strange person. I'm a big nerd, and I love playing TTRPGs, and I do a lot of performance capture and pretend to be monsters and superheroes. And you can find me at AllanHenry_official. And yes, you will find me here playing Tales from the Loop, running Tales from the Loop, although I'm more of like a general herder of cats.
That's about right.
And yeah, I'll be popping up in other spots as well. I'm joining my good friend Taffeta Darling for her Extra Life 24-hour stream. And in middle of November, I'll be at Grand Rapids Comic Con. So if any of you all are near Grand Rapids, Michigan, pop on by and say hi. And yeah, this is an absolute joy. I love playing with these peeps, and I love being able to do this. This is a great way to spend a Sunday in New Zealand. Tell your friends to come and jump on board because it's a good time. But yes, thank you again, Dave, and thanks to Guild Superior for letting us play. This is awesome.
Oh my God, this is what Guild Superior is designed for, to bring people together to play games and be creative. And I'm just so thrilled that we get to do that with people like yourselves. This is really a treat for me. And thanks to you all for being so fun and just great people. And thanks to all the chat fans, our chat buddies who've been hanging out with us through these stories. I know that they're enjoying it as well. So we really appreciate that. Really quick, I'm just going to do a couple of quick plugs. Again, Carl Casey's music, go check it out. Great stuff. We've been listening to that all night. We do have a fundraising event coming up November 1st through the 10th. So next week when we're playing this game, we will be engaged in that fundraiser. It's for World Central Kitchen. So we've teamed up with a couple of other Twitch channels. We're going to be raising funds. We hope that you will help us out if you're able to. If not, just help us spread the word. I'm going to put a link in the chat for you to go check out. We're calling it Dice for Chefs, and really what this is raising money to empower and help this awesome team at World Central Kitchen continue to get food to people in need. So it's really an important and a very good organization. So stick around. We've got Tales from the Loop. We've got Tales from the Whisperwood. We've got a pirate board game. We've got a Shadow Dark one-shot. There's going to be games pretty much every day of that campaign, and we know that you'll be there to support us, so thank you very much for that. We're going to sign off, and we're going to raid into Starcrawl RPG. It looks like they're getting into some heavy, heavy stuff, and give them that good old-fashioned Guild Superior love when we get there. Thanks, everybody, for being here with us. Really appreciate it. We'll see you next time.